think I'm good. Hi, welcome to the stream. For anyone who's offline, hi. We are going to be working on draining the beach that is around my base. So, the plan is to ultimately decorate the shoreline and replace the water. But in order to do that, I need to drain the ocean so I can actually access the blocks. Because I feel like it would be really awkward to do that with the water in place. I was previously... Oh, he's submerged. I was previously AFKing this farm, see if I could get some more bone meal. And I think I'm going to need to do a session where I upgrade the farm, because it's currently not operating at its most optimal level. It's only lightly awkward. There's several problems with it. One of them is the sugarcane does not empty into the chest right away. So it takes a couple rounds of the minecart actually going around for it to actually drain, and I don't think the minecart ever really fully empties because it's always picking up enough stuff that it just never does, which is inconvenient, that's for sure. And then one of the other issues is it just doesn't produce a lot of sugarcane. So at the rate that it goes, I just don't get a lot of sugarcane per go around. And when I do get sugarcane, it gets launched and it gets stuck into the mechanism. So I have an inefficient method. I have practically no sugarcane, and the minecart doesn't empty. So I have real issues that is slowing down this farm. So far, over the past couple just sessions of letting it go, run, I've gotten a stack and a half of bone meal. That's not going to be nearly enough, so we need to do something else. But I don't want to really tackle that at the moment, so I figured, well, I could try and drain the ocean. So I think in order to drain the ocean, I need to get my blocks and gear, all my sponge, in a way to dry them quickly. So I think I need a super furnace? We're gonna need a lot of chests for this. So I need to make a bunch of hoppers. We're gonna need to make some mine carts. Do I have mine carts? Yes, I do. Excellent. But I'm probably going to need something a little different. Yeah. Powered rails. I'm going to need a bunch of powered rails. Oh, poor man. He's looking for things to do. I'm not sure how many furnaces I need for this, but maybe 12 to aim for and go from there. Hopefully 12 would be enough. This I'm going to set up on the beach. So I'm going to need... Maybe I have enough rails. Maybe I don't necessarily need more, but I definitely need a mine cart that we will put a hopper into. A hopper minecart. Sounds about right. And Do you need a hopper going into it, or can you do a hopper minecart over top? Because the difference is either going to be 12 hoppers or 24 hoppers. And there's quite a difference between 24 and 12. I get the feeling I'm going to need 24 though. This is going to be expensive. Good thing I have a iron farm, or else this would just be painful. Super painful, jeez. I'm gonna need so much wood for this. Okay, and then I'm not sure exactly how much iron I need, but let's go with that for now. I'm gonna need a lot of iron. I'm really fantastic at placing this iron, I promise. Do the easier method of this of just searching up hopper and going there. So I need, yeah, 9 more. Crazy. All right, cool. Hoppers, minecarts. I'm gonna need like 12 buckets of lava. At some point, I'm gonna have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought I had more buckets than this. Did it only seem like so many buckets because hold on. Do I have... Yes, I do have a bucket in here. But it wasn't the bucket. It was just a bucket. Okay. I think I placed it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 2 more buckets. Do I even have this amount of... I have 41 sponges to work with. Ideally, we'd want some more. Where am I? I guess I could maybe need this dirt. Probably don't need the iron now. Okay. Am I gonna need more than 24 hoppers? Because I'm going to need it to... I'm gonna need like 26 hoppers. Dang it! I do need more iron. And I have no specific design for this. I need more chests. Crazy thought. Okay, so I have no specific design for this smelter. We're just going for it. Maybe we'll make 4. Four chests. So we can make 4 more hoppers. And it'll be fantastic. We'll be good. Awesome. That should be plenty. Plenty of hoppers. If I need more hoppers than this, we have a problem. Fantastic. Okay. Now I can put away the iron. And I think I can put away that. Let's get started. After I sleep. You know, I put a clock in the basement for this reason. You'd think I would look at it before heading up. Close. I get the feeling wherever I need the smelter, it's just gonna move. The main portion I need the smelter for at the moment is going to be, I think we're gonna start here. This is the main bit. So I'm gonna build the smelter over there. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Yeah. Hey. Dang it! I think I need to move the toss button. It's never an equitable amount of stuff. It's always... I always lose a great amount of materials, and of course I threw my sword, and now I lost the sword, and... I hand-placed that sand, you know? Like, this is not nearly enough sand. I just made that sword! Now I gotta go fix the issue. Issue being I'm low on sand. Any sand in here? Yes. Perfect. That doesn't change the fact I don't have a sword. That's fine. I don't need a sword. It's fine. Tragedy aside. Now we can get started. How far do I want to go out with this? Because I can see a large area here, and I think it would look a little awkward if I didn't do the entire thing. Oh, this is gonna be a long project. My friends are gonna come on and be like, Alyssa, where did the ocean go? I don't know. Where global warming, I guess. You weren't here. You can't judge the amount. Can't judge the water. You haven't been here. This is partly so I can have my inventory space back. Did I throw a... No, I have a lava bucket. I was like, where did one of my buckets go? It's right here. So I think all we need is... Sure, we can have it facing that way. I'm not counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, do I need these to be facing down on them? Or could it be in the back? I don't know. I feel like there is a correct way to put hoppers in. This also feels too tall. This shield is bugging me. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is so tall. But I can still reach it, right? Right? If I can reach it, it's fine. So I need a powered rail on this side. This seems right. Right? Can I just place a chest over top? Would you be fine with that? Like if I placed an item in here. Yes! Excellent. Where did that go? And then I just need to light the rails and get fuel into the things, and I should be good, right? Right? That's it, right? That's all I need for a smelter. I feel like that's it. Alrighty then. Let's just put the... I think I need to section off the ocean, right? And I need to do that with a block that's easy enough to mine, but also I can tell that it's not a part of the scenery, so it's easy enough to remove. I think red wool might be my thing. Okay. How much of an area can sponge clear out? How much? If it's... Let me look that up real quick. This feels like important information. How much water does sponge absorb? Dry sponge can absorb up to 65 blocks of water. It clears water within a 7-block radius in all 6 directions. That's a lot of water. Is that the amount of water? Sponge can be used for turn water into air by absorbing the water. The sponge instantly absorbs nearby water. When it is placed next to the water or when the water comes into contact with it, sponge immediately turns wet upon absorption and will not absorb more water afterwards. up to 6 blocks away, in all 6 directions around itself. Okay. So we need a bunch of red wool, and I think I need more, because this is not enough. Not nearly enough. See how my automated sheep farm is going. Probably not very well, considering I haven't been hanging out in this area too often. So I'm not sure how much it's actually run. And I only, have one sheep working it. That's also not helpful. How much wool can one sheep produce? Let's see. I do not remember reading those white sheep. Hello, sir. You're naked. Ooh, that is more than I thought I was gonna have. Excellent. I get the feeling that's not gonna be enough, though. Let's do a quick manual shearing of the sheep in this area. I have shears. I was gonna say. It'd be kind of weird if I didn't have shears. No. I only want the red ones because I do not want this wool taking up more of my inventory than it needs to. Maybe this will be a given up for the sake of materials later. But at the moment, it does not feel necessary. That automatic shearing had more than I thought it was gonna have in it. I've had that set up for ages though, so maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. I fear this is quickly becoming a endless task. They eat often enough. Right. Let me out. Come here. I need wool. It's for the cause. We're gonna drain the ocean. It's not pretty enough, so I need to fix that. Did I collect 11? I don't need 11 eggs. That was so many more chickens than I should have ended up with. Did they all flock to the nearest adult chicken? That's adorable. Wait, they actually do. Wait, they're following. Oh, that's so cute. I did not place that there. Aww. Okay, now that I've got almost 4 stacks of wool, let's... Oh, I should fill up my lava buckets. So if I'm gonna do this, I need the ability to start smelting. Because I imagine once I get into the groove of actually draining the ocean, yeah, I imagine once I get into the groove of actually draining the ocean, I'm going to need my... I only have 41 sponges. I'm going to run out very quickly. So I need 6 by 6 areas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm so gonna quickly run out of stuff. That's why people usually use sand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if I use the sponge, it's like wondering where that water was coming from. Yay! It works. Not that, this was super intense and super hard to do. Just, it works. I'm gonna need so much more wool. Great! What if because I'm gonna use so much wool if I block out the entire wall. Like the entire section. I think I'm going to need, because the quickest way to pick up wool is with a hoe, right? So if I have a hoe with efficiency, well, I still have food. Okay. Tis going pretty good. We started draining the ocean. Can't see it from here, but we started draining it. And I realized how big of a task this is going to be. And I'm also using wool to section off the areas so I can actually tell where the heck I am. But maybe I need to switch to using sand or something like that, because once we get into deeper portions of the ocean, I'm not going to be able to reach the floor. And I have a lot more sand than I do wool. How has your day been going? Mine has been pretty good. I rode my bike over to work, instructed the children. Then I got a ride back from my sibling because it was raining. So overall, very chill day. What did I came down here to get a hoe, and I think I've been doing all right. Yeah? Do anything fun? Let's see if we can get an unbreaking hoe. I probably don't need this super great pickaxe on me. I think I have some wood. Yes, I don't need to make any sticks. While I'm at it, maybe I should make a new sword. I kind of accidentally threw mine at a creeper. It was really sad. I threw my sword accidentally and the creeper exploded, so I lost my sword. Mostly just sat at home with my siblings. Hey, that's pretty fun still. Get to chill, hang out, do things. And enchant the hoe first, because I want efficiency 3 is exactly what I want, but guess what? I can't have it. What about you? What do you offer? Sharpness, bane. I'll wait. I'll wait to enchant this. Hold. We'll just put this in here. I don't need that right now. I guess we can go with efficiency. Efficiency 1. Sure. Great. This is so helpful. I'm sure it'll be better than whatever else I was going to be doing. My mom and I have to drive to Idaho this weekend to drop them off with their dad for the summer, and I'm not looking forward to the long trip. Fair enough, long road trips can be annoying. I guess if you're looking for something to do, might I suggest an audiobook? Specifically Project Hail Mary. I'm still obsessed. I just started listening to it again. So, I need to stay obsessed with this series so that I can make this animatic and do it in a timely manner. Because I can't take... I would rather this not be another 4-month-long project. I would love to post more consistently than that. But anyway, yeah, you should listen to the Project Hail Mary audiobook. It's fun. Alright. I don't think that improved anything. All that time, and shears were just better in the end. God, I would if I could. Everything I hear about it is amazing. What's stopping you? Ability, time, money. I'm sure there's enchant the shears. I guess I could. Yeah, shears are better for wool. I am hearing it. I am seeing it. I'm so sad. I was like thinking, oh, maybe it'll be fine. No, it's not fine. Guess what? That's only leaves. Leaves are the thing you should be worrying about. Okay, if I make blocks of 5 to 5, then I can just like walk and set it in the middle. And it won't be as efficient in sponge usage, but it'll be more efficient in wool usage, which I think is better for me at this point. Okay, so we'll do 5 by 5 squares so that I can absorb everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can shears be enchanted with efficiency? Here's hoping. I don't know. Perhaps they can, perhaps not. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just, it feels weird. It feels weird. But it should work, right? Right? Then I don't have to worry about... Maybe? I feel like there's gonna be some tiny pockets I'll need to clean up. Two, 3, 4, 5. I think this will be better for wool in the long run. I know they can have mending and unbreaking. Realistically, that's all I need on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can make this into a nice grid pattern, I shouldn't need to talk about it too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somehow I get the feeling I'm not really making this a great grid. Gotta step away for a bit, BRB. That is completely fine. Go do whatever it is you need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is fine. Oh, wait. Firewall. Oh. And here I found a shortcut. There's a reason why people do things the way they do. Counting is hard. That is fair. That is fair. So, the kids I was teaching today were really practicing hard with it. Counted all the way up to 300. They didn't need the practice. They were just counting because they were timing each other. So I have to close the walls up. Maybe I should just use wool for the bottom layer. And then I can do sand for the top, so I know where I need to make the grid, but then I can know where I thought you made... No, they did that willingly on their own. They just count it. I wasn't even participating. I was just calmly working on my own example piece for... Well, the other kids were working on their example piece, and then the rest of them were dumping out a bin of blocks and then trying to put them into the bin as quickly as possible. That was their activity for the night. Or day. It was day. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to put the lava in there right away, but also I need the space in my inventory. This is not working. Okay. So put the lava in the output chest of my super smelter. I promise I'm gonna become so good. I'm gonna become so good at this grid. It'll be so good. Don't even worry about it. Lava in here. Now I have more space for sand. And guess what? Guess what? I need a shovel now. Yeah, I have respiration 3 on my helmet, which is helpful. So that means I can build the grid on the bottom, and then I can put the sand on top. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can put sand on top of this. Why did I commit to draining the ocean again? This is gonna be so painful. This is gonna be so ugly for so long. You could use the hoe, it has efficiency. You mean on the wool or on the sand? Because I don't think using it on the sand is gonna be great. And then from here... Oh. No! Where do I place it? No. No. This is a gross misuse of my sponges. So I have to place it higher. Dang it. And you're draining the whole ocean? No. Not the entire ocean. We're gonna start small. I think my goal is to get from that like chest over there to this line with the tree house and go from there, and we'll do it in small chunks because my patience will only let me do something for so long. It would be like a Beach City episode. Did I put a bed up here? It would be really nice if I put a bed up here. I have not put a bed up here yet. Technically, I haven't finished building it yet, but we can go from there. Ideally, I would like to be able to have like the entire area over here, like the shoreline, all retextured. And I think we'll try out different methods with this, because if I don't like how the draining of the ocean is going, then I might prefer to get a... what's it called again? There's something that allows you to breathe underwater, and then maybe I'll just try and get a beacon so I can get efficiency under the water, so then it doesn't even matter that I'm not draining the ocean. I can just mine everything and place it in place, and I don't need to get rid of all of the water and then place it back. But we're gonna try this first because I haven't technically beaten the Ender Dragon yet, so I haven't done all the necessary. So there's, I don't know, maybe I'm doing this in the most annoying way possible. It is a high potential that this is the most conduit power, Aqua Affinity. Yeah, I'm thinking conduit. I guess that works. I'm gonna need to get a shovel. This is gonna get real annoying real quick without a shovel. Okay, where do I need to place it then? Because that didn't work. 3, 4, 5. Gonna look like such a mess. Okay. And then if I place the sponge, great. Awesome. Drained. Alright. This is gonna be so painful. Let me grab a shovel, because I'm gonna need to mine up as I go along. I don't have enough materials to not do it that way. I don't really have enough levels either to enchant a bunch of stuff, so I think I'm just gonna grab 2 iron shovels and call it a day. I think I should also fire up my... where can I place my shield? I don't need a shield at the moment. Should also power my... super furnace. Nope, I need this. That was not what I wanted to drop off. That was what I wanted to drop off. Watch me not even commit to using the sponges the entire time, so then me going to go fight those Elder Guardians was for nothing. Because I decide this is too tedious of a way to drain the ocean. Best way to texture the ocean. I just know that water really gets in the way of mining. How am I gonna power these? Because I can't place them. Yeah, sure, that works. Cool. Doesn't conduit power make mining normal? And if you could get a beacon, you could get, like, haste 2. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. We'll drain a small portion, see if that's worth it, and then if I'm getting super tired of it, then we'll try and get a conduit, and then also a beacon. I'm trying to think if I fought a wither before. I don't think I've fought a wither before. That could be interesting. All those lava buckets in. That's not supposed to be there. How did Philza drain the ocean temple? Did he use sponges? I think he did. And I know Grian used sponges to drain his river because apparently it was less annoying to drain the river than to work around the river while doing it. But the river was also a very limited section of ocean, and this is more... So maybe the conduit would have more usage here than a river, because a river, I think you would have to continuously move the conduit, which would be really annoying. But maybe an ocean is... you know, the perfect spot for it, which is why they added it in, because draining the ocean is annoying. I think I figured out the system, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cover the bottom with red. And then we'll do the top in sand. And then we'll drain and hope for the best. I think it's just annoying right now because I'm trying to figure out the system of actually doing it. And once I figure out the system, it'll be much easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, E, 4, 5. Are you trying to do something with the ocean drained, or are you going to make something and then add the water back in? So my plan is to texture the beach and then put it back. So I probably don't need to go all the way into it. I can leave it as is and just try and blend my texturing into it. But the idea is that I can texture the beach without having to worry about the water. That's the general idea anyway. Because I really like how Green textured his river. I think that looked pretty darn cool. So I think it would be fun to replicate that, or at least do something similar. Not exactly the same way, because I don't want to be directly copying it, but I liked the idea of making it look like the water was getting deeper. Are you still planning to have seaweed and such in the water? Yes, I think it would be kind of sad if I didn't have seaweed in the water, or at least some plant life. I'll have to figure out how to texture it in some ways because it's going to have wood as a portion of the texturing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't think it would turn out very good without something spicing it up. Also, hi String. Welcome to the stream. I hope your day is going well. I'm gonna need to go to sleep. The creatures in this area are absolutely abhorrent. This was the entire point of the boathouse, by the way, was just being able to sleep without having to go all the way back to the treehouse. And then eventually I want to add a kind of workshop area up here. That way I don't have to run all the way into the basement to craft things. Let me tell you, it's kind of annoying. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to switch gears so I can pick back up my wool. I'm running low. Because it's been a chill day, lots of reading, but I'm anticipating a long Friday, cycling far. Ooh, I've been cycling a lot recently. Not for fun, though. I've been cycling to work because my poor car, I don't know if you saw the video I made, but my poor car got, well, not totaled because it wasn't covered by insurance in that way, but it was too much for me to personally fix. I would have, at that point, I would rather invest in a new car, but I haven't got said new car yet. So I've been riding my bike to work, and that's 6.8 miles one direction, which, you know, maybe doesn't sound like a lot initially until it's, I don't know, with the knowledge that I don't normally bike very far. Like, I can bike, and I think it's fun, but also I'm trying to get there at a reasonable time. So I'm trying to keep my average mile per hour at 10. 9 miles per hour, and that is surprisingly difficult because if there are no hills and I am just cruising along, I can go like, I don't know, 12 to 14 mile per hour on my bike. But once you start adding in those hills, it's crazy, but it becomes so difficult. It just takes the mile per hour. Okay. Note to self, I cannot have it 3 blocks down. Because beds aren't portable. Well, we'll see, but like, here's the thing. That this game is all about inventory. It's all about how you manage your inventory. And if you have a bed always taking up one spot in your inventory, that's not really great. So, if I move the bed, if I just keep it in a spot that's convenient, then we're all good. Here's the water. Okay, I think that was the rest of the water. 6.8 is pretty solid commute. My usual is 4.9. My dad's a bit further. Yes. Yeah, so I've been able to... My quickest time for getting back was 39 minutes. That was pretty good. I had the wind at my back, and I don't know what was... I think it was mostly the wind at my back, and I was going slightly downhill. I think those were the two determining factors in making this. Why is this not working? Do I need to have it at the top? It said it was good for 6 blocks in any direction. What is this nonsense? Necessarily want to use 3 sponges. So far, my slowest time has been an hour and a half, and that was like the first time that I did it, and on my way back. Oh my goodness, my legs were so tired. And there was a big hill in between me and my house, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to go up the hill, so I took my time getting back. My little rule for myself is I need to get there in a reasonable amount of time, but I can take as much time as I want getting back. No, why did you become a water source? No! No! Okay. I think I almost have taken out all of the sections. A mess. So I think I need to keep these ones here, because I don't think I'm gonna drain the river over there. I covered a lot of it in mud, so maybe I'll texture that later, but that's not my main concern at the moment, so we'll keep that there. But now that I know that I can ride my bike over to work, I think it would be good at least to keep it up on the days that it's nice and I don't have anything going on afterwards. Because is it super inconvenient to ride my bike there every time because I need to? Yes. But I think overall it is nice to be able to ride my bike to work as an option. Because let's be honest, it's hard to find times to work out. It, like, deliberately making time to work out can sometimes be difficult, but just the fact that once you commit to the idea of I need to get to work, so I'm gonna leave at this time to get to work by biking, suddenly I have so much motivation to work really hard at working out, because if I don't work out super hard, I'm gonna be late to work. Even when I do get my car, I'm going to take the opportunity to occasionally go to work via my bike. 1, it'll be a good workout. 2, I'll save money on gas, because then I won't need to drive to work, I'll be biking to work. How much of that wool did I get back? I feel that sometimes you just have to get through the commute and focus on other stuff. With my weather, sometimes I travel in it and it can get rough. If you built lines 2 blocks down across the ocean, you could place sponges every 12 blocks instead of isolating cubes of water. Interesting idea. It's just, the reason why I was doing the cubes of water is I would have the water spill out and build new water sources. Granted, I'm just kind of following whatever the heck Philza was doing when he was draining his ocean monument, and I have no idea why he was cubing it, but he was cubing it. This hasn't been so bad, though. I think the most annoying thing is I'm gonna have to go back and grab some more shears. The worst I had to commute was when wildfires made it only 2 miles of visibility. The most memorable commute was when I was sledding on my way to school with my sled on tow. Ooh! Sledding sounds fun. Wildfires, not so much. Breathing that in was probably awful. Having a placed furnace nearby on site might make it easy to swap cheese easily. Oh, don't worry! I have a whole system over there. I was gonna place my wet sponges in. Actually, I should do that now. But I do have one. And maybe it's a little excessive. I thought I was going to be using them quicker than this, but... I have a little system. And I'm suddenly realizing there's a flaw in my system. This is fine. Well, no one ever said your first attempt at making a super smelter was gonna be your best attempt. Also, I need to sleep again, because monsters love this beach so much this beach becomes a nightmare. It's cool, the train is nice. I'm glad you like my train. It's certainly not acting in the way that I expected it to. Huh. So, if I don't have that there, then it just, the water fills back in. Hi, Ant! Welcome to the stream! We are currently draining the ocean with mixed results. Not the entire ocean, just a portion of it. But, you know. We're draining it. Because I want to texture the beach. And then I'm going to put it back. And it's going to be a great, phenomenal use of my time. Doesn't placing sponge in the nether instantly dry them? You know, that would make sense. I don't need the axe, so we can... Are you suggesting that I... Are you suggesting that I build another portal right over here so I can dry my sponge? Now where... What fun in that would there be? Words. I win. I think my expectation for only using one sponge per section is just a little unrealistic. I am finding. Maybe the fact that the beach looks really ugly right now will be a great motivator for me to actually get my wood farm working, because right now it is still not working. I have done no work to try and get it to work. It's just... Oh. It's just sad at the moment. Yes, and to save time, you could put a bed in the nether and sleep while they dry. Yeah, see, guys, I'm not that silly. I'm not gonna sleep in the nether. It's too hot. Have you ever tried sleeping when it's hot? It's just the worst. You get sweaty, you can't even fall asleep. For some reason, the beds explode. I know, it's like, there's just too much going on, and it's just not a good time. It's really not conducive to sleeping, let me tell you. Actually, I have a decent amount chunked off. Okay. That wasn't so bad. We only spent, like, what, 20 minutes doing that? I'm gonna need a lot more wool, though. One, two, three, four, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are you guys trying to catch me off guard? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's like you want me to suffer or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 5 wet sponges on me. This is probably going to be a really inefficient use of lava, but hey, it's a renewable renewable fuel source. It's fine. You have a lava farm? Kind of. It's not the most extensive thing, but yeah, I do have a lava farm. It's in the mine across from my quarry, which has my iron farm in it. Do I need to give another tour? It's a distraction, but I can deal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love that they made lava renewable. I also love that because that was annoying. That was really annoying. It's so much more usable now that it's renewable. You know, I've been treating this as each block is its own individual thing when it's a grid. It's a grid for a reason, and I should do it long ways. It's the most efficient way. Best update decision. I agree. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Would love to happen again. I don't know. Would choose again. I think I'm running out of wool again, which means I'm going to need to do these grids so I can get my materials back. Hopefully my automatic sheep farm will produce some more wool for me. You know, if I keep this up, I might need to make a second or third automatic sheep shearer. I have this hoe. I should use it. Wasn't the Chaos Cube updated today? Might need to get on to MC to check that out. Yes, I think it was. When I went to start up the server, I was asked if I wanted to automatically update it, and I was like, sure, why not? We can have the most recent update. Am I gonna do anything with it today? No, I'm not. But now the server is updated. How fun. I haven't checked out most of the features that they presented. I just know they have the sulfur cubes, which you can use to get some smoke effects, which are nice for getting bigger things than what campfires can handle. Dungeons 2? What do you mean Dungeons 2? Did they add more dungeons? Weren't they going to add a new biome, or was it just a new mob at the moment? I know they were talking about a new biome, but I wasn't sure if it's this update or somewhere else. No. Go away. No. No. I probably could have used a block for that. The sponge wasn't really necessary. The new biome is the next update. Got it. Makes sense. I feel like people would have been talking about it a lot more if it was just about to release. Okay, so late 2026? Makes sense. Makes sense. Wow. Let's take a look at the view. It's so ugly now. Now I gotta go fight a skeleton. Alright, Skelly boy. Come here or something, I don't know. How much of the ocean are you planning to drain? Alright, so based on how it feels right now, I want to essentially go along the shoreline. I'm not sure how far out I want to go, but I definitely want to make the shoreline its own custom thing. Maybe I'll do an update of the ravine at some point, I don't know. But I want to go around the coastline of which I've developed. So, around the tree house over here. And I was thinking about at least stopping for now at this crafting table. Eventually over here. I'm gonna have to light up this forest. There's things hiding in it. Oh, have you seen the TV show Hilda? I have. I really love it. It's super nice. I think it's super sweet, and I love the animation of the show. It's really cool. They do a great job handling their limited color palette. I don't know, it's super cozy. I like the creatures. And the music too, the music is very nice. It's so funny though, at one point I saw someone advertising their background work. Like I'm a background artist. I can do these things. I'm like, cool, awesome. But then I was looking at their backgrounds and I was like, wait a second. That's just the background for Hilda's library. That's like I've seen that exact screenshot before. You did not draw that. And when I, you know, asked them about it, I was like, hey, you didn't draw that background. That belongs to a show. They denied it. They said it. They're like, oh, that was something I did a while ago, and it's it is something that I did a while ago, and I have never heard of this show called Hilda. And I was like, that's crazy, considering it's exactly in the style, color palette, angle, and everything. What crazy? You drew that a while ago, but the the art style was in no way similar. It was just like something they worked on. They worked on probably like two pieces, and then the Hilda drawing. It was so bizarre. I didn't push on it much because I was like, what's it's like ultimately no one's giving you attention. I'm not gonna continue arguing over this because why would I? But it was just so bizarre. Yeah, there's a movie. It's called Hilda and the Troll King, I think. I was doing something. I was getting more shears. And then I get distracted clearing my inventory. You know, maybe at some point I need to read the graphic novel of Hilda. Because that's what the show is and movies are based off of, is the graphic novel series. I feel like I should check it out. I know the style is slightly different. They developed it a little bit for the animation. So there are some slight differences between the graphic novel and the show in terms of look. But it'd be interesting to see if they followed things exactly or if there was stuff that was skipped for the sake of brevity. So it's so rainy. I can't fix that though. It's just gotta rain. I'm going to have to collect more lava, I think. I think my super smelter would work, you know, better. Like, it certainly smelts things super quickly. I won't deny that. But also, I think with how much I'm using it versus the amount of lava that it takes up, it's horribly inefficient. And I should probably just have a smaller machine. I read Hilda and the Troll King, Hilda and the Bird Parrot. Just all the Hilda? Yeah, all the Hilda. How much Hilda is too much Hilda? Never enough Hilda. Great, now I've got a wall. The Great Divide. That wall looks like something I can repurpose. Fantastic. Crazy. How is this like amount to 2 stacks worth of wool? You could use bamboo, but it's quite scary. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like to fuel it. That does sound scary. Wait, do you think a bamboo farm would be more efficient than a sugarcane farm for bone meal? Should I repurpose my sugarcane farm into a bamboo farm, and then I can use that for for bone meal? Cause can you put bamboo into the composter? You can put bamboo in a composter, right? That feels like something you should be able to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bamboo grows quicker. So I can use it in a composter, right? So I should totally just shift it into a sugarcane farm because I don't need from my sugarcane farm into a bamboo farm because I don't actually need sugarcane. I need bamboo. I need bone meal. That's what I need. One, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Oh, hey! Lightning. Oh. Hello, sir. You need to leave. Yeah. Yeah, because bamboo grows better. Grows quicker. And if I can just toss all of that in the composter and use the same amount of space but get more bamboo, that would be great. I just need to build up the walls higher so it doesn't, get tossed into the void. That is the ocean. The ocean void. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since I just remembered, as we're yapping about Hilda, have you seen Don't Walk Home Alone After Dark? If so, what's your favorite animation on their YouTube? I don't know if I've seen their work. Oftentimes when I associate someone's work to something, I don't often actually know their name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just know them based off of the work itself. I'll actually know what you're talking about, but I won't know them by name. So I'm gonna go off of the fact that I don't know them. But I potentially could. It just depends on how popular they are. Because if they're somewhat popular, I'd probably run into them at some point. Because I adore animation. So I often will be looking on YouTube to see if someone's posted something new that's intriguing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Jimmy for 400. I know the voice actor for Hilda is Bella Ramsey. This square section is not 5 at all. AI being everywhere. I am certainly annoyed by it, because I think it's being forced in use in ways that I think are unhelpful, and then some people are either blissfully or knowledgeably keeping themselves unaware of the impacts that it can have, and they're treating it as just another silly internet thing, when there's a larger consequence to it than I think some people realize. So it's certainly annoying, and definitely not helping with the job market that I've been trying to put myself into. But also, I think, for the most part, a lot of people are annoyed with it. And if they want to produce work that is actually what they want, they'll go towards an actual artist to be able to do it. Because there's only so much you can have AI do for your product. Because if you need to change something, it's not going to be the same ever again, even if you ask it to make a slight change and then you're trying to work with it to make a change. So I think in some ways, yes, it's being used to do the work that I would want to do, but then also I think the clients that I'd want anyway would try and work with me instead, just because of how annoying trying to finagle a program like, you think Photoshop is annoying. How annoying is a computer that's trying to think for you when you already have the idea that you want and you just need it to execute? But it's got its own ideas. Kind of. It's not true artificial intelligence. It's not really thinking. It's just trying to give you what it thinks you want. I think AI could be helpful if used properly. Yeah, like I heard some very compelling uses for it in the medical practice for helping to diagnose cancers, which I think is super cool. It's just, yeah, it has to be implemented in a way that's equitable and good and not just blanket usage to try and save money. It needs to be applied with some thought to actually improve the lives and works of the people who's already there and doing the job, and not just to try and replace people to save a quick buck. I definitely don't want it to be like outright just like we stopped developing it, because it is new technology, but also there's like only so many things you can do with it at the moment, and there's only so many things people want it to be used for. So trying to just slap it onto everything to say it just makes the product better is so silly. It has no place in creating art and content. Yeah. Like the only thing I could I don't know, it's like art is such a specific thing and very intentional, and I can understand wanting to try and make the process quicker. And if there's a tedious task that could be made quicker, if you could just figure out some sort of step, that would be nice. But then also part of the art is the fact that you took a long time on the tedious portion that no one else was willing to do. It brings into the question of what is worth spending your time on and what is not. And I think that's up to an individual person. Companies have been trying to rehire everyone they tried to replace with AI, but failed. Crazy concept. We fired you because we didn't value your time, but oh no, actually, that was a bad thing. I'm sorry, guys. Can you come back? Wait, you're already working somewhere new that values you and is paying you the money that you're worth? Crazy. Do you want to work with us again? I don't blame people for not going back to their old jobs immediately. Is it just... No, okay, I do need to make the grid at some points. I was like thinking maybe I could, but I don't think I can. It's the water's just coming back. Yeah, I think I do need to make the grid on some level. Areas that are enclosed, I can use the sponge. If it's not enclosed, I need to enclose it so I can use the sponge. Alright. I saw something compare the recent AI trends to the story of Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. Very true, very true. Advertises something incredible, but it's really quite useless and damaging to the environment. That's an interesting comparison. And I guess if you want to think way too hard about it, there was probably uses for the Thneed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was just blanketly used for everything and toted around as being some sort of miracle product. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When in actuality, it was better at some uses than others. And trying to use it for everything was just asking way too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two source blocks that are next to each other, it'll make another source blocks. Yeah, that makes sense. I continuously see this happen. Hence the need for the grid, so the water stops trying to escape. I think at the moment I'm going to focus on just getting around the shoreline. And then I can decide whether or not I want to expand out. But I think this is working so far. It hasn't been the most painful process. Just gotta put a little time into it. Alright, so here's the problem. It does not get past this area. So then all of the lava that is back here just does not end up where I want it to be. Yep. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I just want to move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just move along here now because I have everything else counted out. Dang. I'm out of wool. I am really not using this this lava to its full extent. Are we going to 300? I'm not personally trying to get to 300. You can count to 300 if you want. I'm not going to, though. I'm just counting up to 6. If you want to add the amount of times I count to 6, maybe we'll get to 300. But that seems like a little bit of a fruitless task. I think maybe I just need to stop being picky about the wool that I'm grabbing and just grab any bit of wool, because any bit of wool is not going to belong in the ocean. And I'll know that. I don't need a fancy color telling me it doesn't belong in the ocean. Near. I feel like you escaped somehow. Yeah, what is this? Oh, that was to let the baby sheep out. Which is why there's a bunch of adult sheep. It's like wondering why there was a hole in my fence. I'm so upset Netflix removed She-Ra. I never got to finish watching that show. Where did it go? Did it just move to a new platform, or did they just sell it as a tax write-off or something, and now just it's owned by some far-off company that you can't watch it at all? Or is it just it's region blocked? Honestly, region blocked might be the easiest fix for being able to still watch it. Gone. Just gone? Really? Is there at least a... I mean, it was it was on Netflix. Did it premiere anywhere else? That's so annoying. Why? It's just... You have the show. It's... And they just sold it? Just unless, you know... Yeah, well, I mean, if it's gone, is it really pirating anymore? No one's offering it. You can't even have the option of legally watching it. I feel like you shouldn't be blamed for that, for your actions at that point if you want to watch the show because no one's legally offering it. What? Really unfair. I want to be a good citizen. I want to watch the show in a way that helps support the creators. Great. We're not gonna offer it anywhere. Really? What? Just... Do they not even have a DVD version of the show? Is it just completely gone? Because I know Infinity Train disappeared, but I managed to get the first 2 seasons on DVD before it actually happened, so I still have ways of watching it. But that would suck if it was just only way to watch it is some sketchy website. I'm still upset though. They didn't make all of the... They didn't make the entirety of what they had for Infinity Train into a DVD set. So there's some portions that I still can't watch. Or at least not, you know, legally. Though at some point I actually do need to watch it because I haven't gotten the opportunity to sit down and just watch the show. And I've had the DVDs for a little bit now. I would like to, at some point, find the DVD player because I still don't know where that went. It's somewhere. It's in a box. Just haven't found it yet, and then I can finally watch Infinity Train. First portion's legally, the second portion's illegally. And then cry because they didn't get to finish the show. Though I think each season was enclosed as its own thing, so it wasn't a huge branching over season that they weren't able to finish at all, so at least there's that. But I didn't know if they were gonna come to some conclusion with the train. Seems seasons 1 through 3 are on DVD supposedly, but not 4 and 5, unless I haven't looked far enough. I'm sure there's someone who made DVDs for season 4 and 5. People tend to do that. When there's a want, there's a way. Hello, squid. Don't mind me, I'm just shortening your habitat slightly. Infinity Train was another show I wanted to watch. Agreed. I kind of wish I watched that as it released. But I think it was on HBO as it was releasing, which made it hard for me to actually watch because I didn't have access to HBO at first and I was at school. And then when I finally realized I did have access to it, I don't know if it was an option for me to watch it at that point. You know, this is actually really satisfying. When I have it all neatly lined up in its neat little grid, and I can just... Nice. Maybe this is why people do the sponge route in the grid. It's just satisfying. It just feels right. It's getting dark again. I also heard Kippo and the Age of Wonder Beast. Oh, hold on. I'm running and trying to read at the same time. This is not a recipe for good things. I also heard Kippo and the Age of Wonder Beast are going to be removed from Netflix later this year, and I hope that's not true. Oh my, maybe I need to put in some effort to go watch that then, if it's going to be removed. Get me onto the wall, please. Thank you. I'm trying to think if I've watched at least the beginning season of... Who's shooting at me? Where are you? That way. Why are you there? That was an odd spot for a skeleton. Soggy Skelly. So soggy. The soggiest man. Oh, there we go. I was like, there is one that I missed. That was actually really satisfying. The grid works when it's gridding. When the grid is not gridding, it does not work. Like over here, when I had to try and extend outwards, the grid was not gridding and it was not fun. Because I had to count a bunch. But when it works, it really works. I just need to, mine everything. How many shovels did I make? I think I made 2. It is satisfying. Excellent. I'm glad I'm not the only one deriving enjoyment from this menial task. My goal for today, how long have we been at this? How have we already been at this for 2 hours? It did not feel like 2 hours. Okay, so I'm thinking we try and get over to the crafting table over there. for draining, and we can call it good for tonight in terms of water removal. Did I get all of the sand up? I think I got most of the sand up. Now I can grab the wool. Are you going to switch to only sand for the cubes? No, because there's enough sand around. I want to try and preserve the topography of the area, and if I use solely sand for sectioning out the cubes, I won't know exactly where I'm supposed to stop. So I'm using the wool as a way to know where I'm supposed to, what block I'm supposed to pick up, and which I'm not. Which does mean I need to get more wool, but also I have a ridiculous amount of sheep, so it's not really the biggest issue in the world. So I think this is saving me a little bit of a headache in terms of where the actual topography is, which is worth it enough for me, even if it's slightly more annoying to pick up. I know I'm gonna end up mining up the ground anyway. I think this will make it easier. Come back. Come back, you're precious. Need to grab more potatoes soon. It's been forever since I last went farming. I haven't needed to farm at all. Just because. I think I'm gonna have to extend out a little ways. I don't think this is far enough in. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go for 2 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How far out do I want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're wondering why I'm counting to 6, I want the inside of the cubes to be 5 by 5. So if I count to 6, then the interior will be 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Oh, it's all coming together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I still have my white wool. Worried there for a second. Then we can put down the sand, and it'll be all grand. What else have I been up to? Recently baked a cake. Start re-listening to a book. Biking to work. Shopping for a car. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about all the most recent things. The book I've been working on. So I've been working on a picture book concept called Finn's Favorite Moments. I don't know if I've talked about this before on the stream, but essentially it's about a girl who loves the craziest things. She likes the craziest roller coasters, the twistiest water slides, the coolest animals, and she wants to see it all. She loves seeing these exciting things and is so upset that there's so many days where none of these exciting things happen, and she thinks it's a huge, colossal waste of time, because, come on, there's so many exciting things to see. Why would we wait to go see them? Never mind that, you know, these things are super exciting and also super expensive, but she's like 6. She doesn't know. 6, probably 8. She's... So, 8 years old and is like, yes, I want to see all these exciting things. And I'm told to wait. So she decides, well, if they're not gonna take me to go see these super exciting things, I'm gonna make my own super exciting thing. And she tries to build herself a roller coaster. And it goes super well, except for the fact that she's no roller coaster engineer. So she accidentally has it where she runs right into her mother's garden and absolutely just destroys it. It's like runs into plants, up through dirt. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. So she feels super bad about it, and she wants to do something to make it up. So she helps her mom rebuild up the garden and plant new things. But oh no. It's like there's a lot of things to do at first, so many things, and then she has to wait. She has to wait for the new seeds to grow, and it's super annoying, and it takes so long, and she just wants... She's worked so hard, and she doesn't understand why she can't see the fruits of her labor, and she gets so frustrated that she almost kills the very thing that she was trying to create. This being the little flower plant, and she like is throwing down her hat onto the ground, and it almost hits the plant. So it's like a little moment of, oh, sometimes nice things take time. And the entire point of the book is to just be like, hey, big things are pretty cool. But so are little things. Little things can also be pretty cool. You just have to give them time, or to pay attention to actually see them happen. We could probably... Oh, wait. Maybe I switch these. Now we're cooking. I'm just thinking of the Batman movie. Now we're grooving now. Come on, Batman, let's get... Oh. This one was not properly... I had to use 3 sponges on that. That was not properly gridded. What happened here? Made a picture book before. Yeah, I've made several. If you're interested in seeing it, you can go over to my website. But I have a couple picture books that I worked on. One called Along for the Ride. That one is about a dad trying to taking his kids off and driving them places and trying to teach them life lessons along the way, but then realizing that, hey, I'm learning things too. And then I have another picture book that I worked on called Thunder in the Theater, which is essentially an introduction to theater etiquette and just the wonder that can come from live theater performances. And I've worked on another picture book called The Invisible Path. That one I wrote. It's about a girl who gets lost in the woods, and in order to find her way back, she needs to look for all the little signs that aren't immediately obvious to find the invisible path. So stuff she did during the day, little footsteps that she didn't see before, and general navigation things, like it's hard to navigate in the woods in a straight line, and trying to find a high spot so you can find landmarks or something that just stands out to you. Things like that. Here, I can put my website into the... Oh! Caps lock. Okay. Let me put my website URL in the chat. I have a couple different sections of my website, and you can find them in the book category. There's a couple other books that I've worked on that aren't specifically picture books. If you cannot tell, I absolutely adore telling stories. So one of the easiest ways to do that I have found is through books. So I have a couple stuff in there. Some things that are not picture... Nope, that's the ocean. Hi! So some things that aren't picture books on there is I have 2 graphic novels, and I think I need to put one of those onto my website because I realized I have not updated that. But I have 2 volumes for Bean Small World up on Amazon. And I have a zine series for my comic called The Trash Band. I think I've shared a decent amount of The Trash Band on the channel, I think. I just love telling stories. They're fun to write, they're fun to read, they're fun to experience. One of my favorite things in life is just reading. If my love for drawing and do I love drawing? Yes, I love drawing. But it does not surpass my love for reading. So sometimes I write, a lot of the times I read, and many times I draw. A pretty decent chunk that we got today. Let me check to see how many people are watching at the moment. I've got 4 people. I think this has been a pretty chill stream so far. I'm making ramen. Excellent. I assume that's... Well, it's some sort of meal. Whether or not it's dinner, I guess, is up to you and where you live. I desperately need my friend Dawn to come onto the server at some point. She has not been on in ages, and I think it would be hilarious for them to get on and see just this monstrosity. Because we've got a decent amount of the shoreline just uncovered. Oh, oh, she would. Oh, this is what happens when your friends leave you to interact on the server on your own for a while. Okay, I just went and looked at the website and oh my god, it's all gorgeous. I mean, I didn't expect anything less, but still, thank you so much. I've worked really hard to make sure my website is nice and presentable, so I'm glad you enjoyed looking at it. Yeah, once I finish the dummy book, which I'm very close to finishing it, uh, if you want, we can end here for now and I can very quickly show you the 2 finished illustrations that I made for Finn's favorite moments. I want to do that. Yeah. Let me show you. Because I am quite proud of how those illustrations turned out. To the point where I need to actually put those on my website. I need to update my website in general. There's just some things that are missing. So we'll take a look at what we've done over here via bridge. Yeah. And then I'm gonna show you the artwork that I did real quick. Quit the game real quick. I'll open up InDesign, and once I have everything displayed properly, I will show you. I won't show you the entire book, just because, you know, I want to go pitch this to places, but essentially what a dummy book is, you have the entire book laid out and you send that over to a potential publisher and you say, hey, I have this cool story, you should read it. And essentially what the book is a bunch of sketches that are clear enough that you can tell what's going on, but not so polished that you spend too much time on it. With a couple finished illustrations so they get an idea of what the style of the book is actually going to be. And then you just send that off and hopefully they like it. Thank you. Alright, I am going to go over into drawing, window capture, and then we'll go into InDesign and you can see what I've been working on. Wow, this is atrocious. Why is this not correct? It is, I guess it's fine. Here we go. Here's what I've been working on. Thank you. I am really proud of how it turned out. I did these traditionally and then I scanned them in. And I've been trying out something new where I layer so many colors on top of each other and just continue going at it until I think it looks great. So it's really just rewarding doing it that way. The coloring is really pretty. Thank you. This, I think, is going to be one of my favorite spreads from the book, just because of her gremlin smile over here, and then she absolutely biffs it just cuz just cuz. So that's what I've been working on. The shades are amazing. Thank you. All right. Well, now if you know what I've been working on this week. Oh, start raining again. Thank you so much for let me switch over to talking. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. It was a lovely time and we've got a decent amount done. I plan on streaming again next week. We'll most likely be doing Minecraft again. Maybe draining more of the ocean, or I don't know. Perhaps I'll do some work on actually texturing, but I'll need to. uh, well, how about next week we empty out some of the ocean and we fix the sugarcane farm and turn it into a bamboo farm so that I can get the actual amount of bone meal. And now we need I need honey. I need honey. All right. Honey, drain ocean, change sugarcane farm into bamboo. Those are the plans for next week. Alyssa, you're welcome. I returned after a long school year. I am so glad you're back, and I'm glad you survived your school year. Until next time, I'll see you